The real is still here. We end not with answers, but with presence. This book was never meant to solve the mystery. It didn't come here to wrap things in certainty or offer you a clean exit ramp from the strange ache you've been carrying. It came to meet you inside it. It came to offer language where you had only atmosphere, to name the flicker. If you've made it this far, something in you already knows. You've seen it, haven't you? That quiet wrongness, that hollow shimmer behind the headlines, that moment where the script stutters, where the feed loops, where the words keep coming, but the meaning's gone thin. That's where we begin. That's where we always begin. I could end this with a quote, a call to action, a final flourish. But I won't, because the real doesn't arrive with a flourish. It doesn't trend. It doesn't conclude. It waits. So let me tell you a different kind of story. It was just a Tuesday. I was in line at the grocery store. That's it. No thunderclap, no mystic download, just two bright lights, two smooth jazz playing through the ceiling, a cart in front of me, stacked with frozen dinners and prescriptions. And then, there it was, a break. Like the set walls of reality leaned too hard into their seams, like the air changed density, like the dream forgot to keep pretending. It wasn't panic. It wasn't bliss. It was noticing. I didn't leave my body. I landed in it. The stranger in front of me turned around and smiled, but not in that programmed customer service kind of way. They smiled like they remembered something. The cashier said, "Thanks," and her voice cracked like she'd been holding back tears or laughter and couldn't tell which one it was anymore. A child dropped a toy and didn't cry, just stared at it, wide-eyed, like gravity was a new idea. And for a second, everything was real. Not epic, not transcendent, just real, which is rarer. That's what this whole book has been circling. Not an answer, not a theory. A kind of gravity, the pull of what still pulses underneath the noise, beneath the updates, the algorithms, the carefully curated numbness. We still ache. We still know the real is not gone. It's just not loud. It doesn't compete. It doesn't sell itself. It arrives in the pause between your thoughts. I know you've felt it, even if you forgot, especially if you forgot. There are no formulas here, no final 5 steps to reclaim your authenticity. You don't need another app. You don't need a rebrand. You don't need to get it right. You just need to notice. Notice how some conversations feel like algorithms talking to themselves, and others feel like firelight. Notice how some laughter rings flat, and some cuts straight through the noise. Notice how you scroll past tragedy like it's wallpaper, and then suddenly find yourself crying at a stranger's poem that doesn't even rhyme. That's not weakness. That's your signal. The real leaks through. It always does. In grief, in joy, in resistance, in wonder. It doesn't care if you're ready. It doesn't care if your phone is on. It just shows up. You don't have to earn it. You just have to stop moving long enough to let it land. The danger isn't that we'll lose the real. It's that we'll forget it ever existed. That's the final trap of the imitation. Not destruction, but erasure. Not pain, but numbness. A world that mimics love, mimics wisdom, mimics beauty, until we forget what those things ever tasted like. But here you are, reading this, feeling something. That means it's not too late. This isn't a manifesto. This isn't closure. This is me turning to you across the aisle in that too bright grocery store, whispering, "Do you feel it too?" Because if you do, then we're not alone. And if we're not alone, then the real is already returning, not in grand gestures, in the tiny refusals, in the breath you take before reacting, in the silence you let stretch past comfort, in the question you ask instead of the answer you perform. This is how it starts, not with revolution, with attention. The loop can't hold your presence. It was never built for it. The more you notice, the more it breaks. So break it. Gently. Repeatedly. Look someone in the eyes and don't look away. Speak something you haven't rehearsed. Make something messy and don't post it. Cry without a soundtrack. Laugh without a caption. Do the one thing the imitation can't metabolize. Be here, not to fix it, to remember it. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are one of the ones who noticed, and that's enough. This has been an excerpt from Imitation Theory by Sam Elliott. Read the full book and discover more stories that question the nature of reality at mybook.to/imitation theory.